Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
I'm James Spann. This is the afternoon edition of the Weather Xtreme video. This is for Tuesday, the 14th day of June. And yes, it's hot. And we're looking for storms, looking for rain, looking for any cooler air. Let's see if we find any hint of that anytime soon. Let's look at some of the Skycam shots around the network. We'll start to the north in Cullman. View of downtown Cullman is seen there from the water treatment facility on Highway 278. And as I pointed out, it's amazing. You know, it used to be you really couldn't see through there, but now you can because of the path left behind from the April 27th tornado that came through downtown Cullman. And, of course, the steeples of the church there, that is the Sacred Heart Church in downtown Cullman. Go down south, the river view coming from Demopolis. That's the Tom Bigby River. And we're looking down to the south from the Civic Center, and all that water goes down here. Gulf Shore's looking good. That's our Skycam on top of the Phoenix All Suites. Bright sunny day on the Alabama Gulf Coast. Got a beach trip coming up. Gorgeous weather. Sunny days, clear nights, any showers. Very isolated down there for the next 7 days. Very quiet pattern. All right, says the old ridge. Nothing unusual for summer, but it started early, and it's hanging around. That 588 line represents the northern periphery of that. It's centered really over Texas, and we're kind of on the eastern flank, if you will. But it's hot enough. We've got readings from 91 to 97 at 2 o'clock. Birmingham sitting at 94, and we'll be up in the low and mid-90s every day for the rest of this week. And around the nation, the real heat back in Texas. Triple digits are seen there in West Texas, around Midland and Odessa, Lubbock. But note, it's much cooler. In fact, if you go to Dalhart, Texas, up there in the northern panhandle, they're sitting in the 80s. And you get it deeper in the cooler air. You've got readings barely out of the 50s over Montana and again up north. And it's close. Look at Tennessee and Kentucky. Kentucky is in the cool air. They got 70s up there at mid-afternoon. But thanks to the ridge, the cold fronts just can't push through here. There's the surface analysis, and it's actually showing the front down through here, but obviously the cool air lags way behind that, and the front is pretty weak and ill-defined. We'll check the radar. There's a dying MCS, mesoscale convective system over Tennessee. That looked pretty good this morning when we saw it, coming out of Missouri and Illinois, but raining in Nashville and scattered pockets in Middle Tennessee, but again, around here, not much happening. There's our watch warning map. Still got some flash flood watches up around St. Louis, where those storms initiated this morning. And actually, on the convective outlook, parts of North Alabama in a slight risk, and that does include Birmingham and points north and northwest for this afternoon and tonight, and that would be for any new storms that form on the outflow of the old storms. And again, whether that happens, it's all a matter of the cap, the warm air aloft. If they do break through the cap, they could produce some strong winds in spots. So a slight risk from Birmingham up to about Des Moines and then back down toward Oklahoma City and Wichita Falls, Texas. Tomorrow, slight risk at the extreme northern part of Alabama, the Tennessee Valley. And on day 3, a couple of areas to the northwest and northeast. There's the QPF chart. Rain for the next 5 days, valid through Sunday morning at 7. And not much. Although, you know, with one good storm, some neighborhood might get an inch. Others getting nothing. The heaviest rain, the most widespread rain, stays up north. The tropical weather outlook, just completely quiet. It'll come alive out there, no doubt about that. It's a little too early right now. Let's look at the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. And again, the ridge is beat down a little bit. And you can see a shortwave axis through Illinois and western Kentucky and Tennessee. And, that should kind of kick off some storms and maybe leave an outflow boundary down here. But you're just not going to see a good representation of rain on these synoptic scale maps. Don't think where you see green on there is where it's going to rain. It doesn't work that way. The convection will be scattered mostly during the peak of the daytime heating process. Same thing on Thursday. High stay in the mid-90s. Probably 94 to 97, and the same thing on Friday. The core of the 588 ridge is still west of the state, over parts of Texas and Louisiana. So each day the door is open for some risk of scattered showers and storms. The timing, the placement, it's beyond the science to tell you that far in advance. It's just not going to happen here at this time of the year. There's the surface look on Friday. And again, it's got a smattering of green here, which just means scattered showers and storms. For the weekend, the ridge begins to strengthen a bit. Still, though, the core of this thing is west of the state on Saturday, so I don't think the weather changes much. We'll hang on to some chance of scattered showers or storms, but by Sunday and Monday, the ridge strengthens a little bit. Still got a northerly flow aloft. The anticyclone is west of the state around Monroe, Louisiana. Storms should be very isolated, and the same thing on Monday. Just hot. Mid to upper 90s. Storms, yeah, but again, very probably few and far between in a week from today. Same thing, nice shortwave energy north of the state over the northern states. That might drive a dying cold front close enough maybe to kick off a few enhanced showers and storms by the middle part of next week. But obviously on Tuesday, there's not much showing up there. We'll go a few days deeper. This is the 25th of June. A little weakness in the ridge with the trough axis north of us, and again, sign of tropical mischief in the Gulf. The GFS has actually been pretty consistent out here in this idea, and the MJO pattern might suggest a uptick in tropical activity out there in about 10 days. So just maybe keep your fingers crossed. We'll get a wave or a weak depression or a storm to wet us down. And on the 30th, not too much excitement there. I got a trough up north, 588 ridge, maybe over Texas. And again, that suggests nothing out of the ordinary there for late June. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening. ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and God bless.
Thank you for trusting us to be your #1 source for news
in all of Central Alabama.
in back-to-back ratings periods.
More people watched ABC 3340
than any other station in Birmingham.